Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sorry we weren't broadcasting for the first half, but welcome again to another edition of Birthright 5th edition with Ohio Gaming Alliance. I'm your GM and host, Mike Melvin. We have the whole cast of characters with us again today. We started earlier by winding down from the big um, private audience with the Thane of Talony, who the team had recently rescued along with a bunch of Talonian citizens. And we've been working through a little bit of how they may take advantage of the boons that were granted to the Thane to each of the characters, since they weren't able to be publicly recognized as the ones who rescued all of the citizens and the Thane herself. Due to political concerns and whatnot, she had to leave all of the characters off of the official list of people being recognized. And so each of our characters has been granted a specific, well, not specific, a boon, of which they can request of the Thane, and some of them have been thinking about what those might be. And so we come back a day after the meeting with the Thane, after having done a couple things in the morning. Greta, of course, our swashbuckling sea captain, is seeing to her ship and working on getting repairs done so that hopefully she can set sail with the team and beat the weather that could otherwise entrap the ship here at the far north of Van Weir, whereas trying to get to the deep south to the Imperial City. Um, Asher has been doing further research now that he has more access to some knowledge base and a library here at the Thane's permission. Um, Tass has been looking into his interesting little bauble that was delivered by his grandfather, and Malrain and Kelso have been also looking through the library a bit this morning. Um, and Notor has had more contact with his uncle's emissary, who's also distantly related to him, um, from Torhavel, asking about what he might do for his boon with the Thane as well. So that's where we come back. Um, we've moved forward about a week or so from that time because there's not anything major going on in town. But now Notor may have an opportunity to fulfill the boon that he seeks, and the rest of the team also may have some things that they're moving forward on. It's looking like the ship repair is going according to plan thus far. Um, Probably another week, week and a half left, perhaps 2 weeks to complete the repairs and make the Fortune's Glory seaworthy again. So we'll pick up from there. Um, Again, Notor, you've been communicated, and um, you know now that you have a set of options if you do still want to request an item as your boon through the thing. So what would you like to do? Do you have a decision for that? The time is nigh to request the Thane your boon.
I think I'll just request a because I'm sure that it probably won't be too hard for my uncle to acquire some form of elven kind cloak or something.
Okay. Well, again, you don't know exactly what he'll be able to produce for you, but the Thane, of course, takes your request and is glad to work with the prince and the ambassador and whatnot to send for this item,
Mhm.
um, and the request will be made. And because it's a boon of a head of state from another head of state, um, we expect that this item should be should be a significant item. Um, I'm not entirely sure what it is that will be delivered as yet. So they
Awesome.
think it'll take about a week for the item to arrive and then therefore be delivered to you. All right. Who else?
Did he tribal prime it?
What's that?
Did he tribal prime it?
Tribal Prime. Yeah, he's got a recurring subscription to Tribal Prime. So they're just gonna fox it. That's gonna be
Now,
sent along
Mickey,
as.
Oh,
Now Mickey,
I want you to get this to the townspeople as fast as you can.
20th Century Fox. Uh, good, good, good. I like the movie references. Good stuff, my friends. Now Mickey. All right. So what else? Anybody else got any particular items they're digging into? Chris, you said you were doing some more
I,
research.
Yeah, yeah, that's the main crux to what I'm doing. But I am interested in maybe trying to pursue some items that could help me in my, you know, investigations or research of the shadow realm, um,
Okay.
or even anything to protect me in that realm or something like that.
Okay. All right. Very good. So again, if you make that request officially of the Thane, um, she will take that under advisement, and she says, "Okay, well, see me in a week's time, and I will have for you everything that I can pull together." But as far as the item is concerned, as for your research, she says, not much of what's available publicly would I have to assist you. However, if you'll see my chancellor, um, he will attempt to get you an audience with our esteemed court wizard. He is seemingly young. He's a rather odd fellow, but he's increasingly powerful and surprisingly knowledgeable about such things. So,
Oh, court wizard. Okay, yeah, thank you. Awesome.
yeah, he's
Yeah, it
yeah,
took me a second, dude. Sorry.
the court wizard of Talony is kind of an enigmatic figure. Um, People know he exists, but rarely see him. Um, he's he's on the move a lot.
Okay, thank you.
So
That's great. I appreciate that.
That's good to know.
yeah, that is good to know.
Sorry, a little loud on that one.
Anybody else having thoughts about boon items and such?
Thanks, Timothy. I as boon items.
Or items or
I
favors or
I would not at all
you
mind.
know, I'm thinking probably a really nice hemp cloak, honestly, because it could be used nicely with all types of seasons.
I actually think that the all-season cloak idea that you just had is magnificent. However, I'm not looking for one of those. If you want one, fine, but
I was just trying to think something convenient that might work down the road.
I I mean I like your thinking. I think you have some very positive things to bring to this team.
Thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. So I
So I guess I'll ask for two uh, all season type clothes.
I mean
okay.
Nice.
I wouldn't mind having one.
Noise.
So I'm I'm actually probably at this point looking for a defensive item, I I would say that if I was going to call in a boon on an item, it would probably have to be a ring of protection,
Okay.
perhaps.
All right. All right. So you're going the item route. That's fine.
I
No
mean,
problem there.
the only other thing I could think would be, as far as my background is concerned, uh, if there's some kind of way politically they can influence, and I don't think they can, the Elvish districts uh, to adopt a code of standards or laws that they would all abide by, if that makes sense.
Okay. I follow that. Although if you make that request of the Thane, she'll let you know that politically that's
Yeah,
virtually impossible.
that's what I assumed as well. So yeah, I'll ask for the ring of protection at this point.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound like a bad idea?
Okay. Tass, any thoughts on your boon, or are you still thinking it over for a while? I mean, you don't have to decide now. I
I'm
mean, you
still
can.
thinking over it for a while.
Okay. All right. Well, so very well. For those of you that are seeking boons and such, there have been some movements and things. Asher, for you, in a few days' time, we'll have a an audience with the court wizard. However, he's not going to be at the palace. Oddly enough, he's going to request that you meet him outside of town in this interesting little spot here upon a hill. It's um, it's called a Troutha stone circle. Anybody in town will tell you it's an odd relic of a bygone age, but for whatever reason, the wizard is highly protective of them and finds them to be something he visits often throughout the realm. So this isn't the only one. It's just the one that's near the capital here. There are several of these circles throughout the realm that he visits with some regularity, and in a few days he'll meet you at this one.
Awesome. Cool.
Okay, let's see here. Do 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 do. Digging in a little bit here, looking at some stuff.
Oh, GM's digging.
I'm digging. I'm digging. It's gonna be interesting. Some of the stuff you guys are asking for, pretty wild. Okay. So, Asher, you're waiting out at this stone circle. You've been told that you need to arrive there before dawn, um, because evidently he doesn't intend to stay long, and you know he's evidently he's one of those who doesn't take a lot of audiences. But because the Thane specifically requested it, he's begrudgingly having this audience with you.
Awesome.
So as you get there in the dark of pre-dawn, you don't really see much. You're top a hill. It's a cold morning. You can see your breath. It's not particularly comfortable out here. Um, but you can see that this stone circle is actually like a pit. But it's not just a hole in the ground. It's actually a very intricate earthenwork with really nice masonry lining the sides of this pit. It goes about 20 feet down and has a winding staircase on the outside of it on either
Huh.
side that winds all the way to the bottom. The bottom is nothing but a patch of dirt, but for whatever reason, it doesn't hold water. It doesn't seem to be wet or muddy or anything. It's just earth at the bottom. It's
Huh.
only about 20 feet wide at the bottom, but at the top, it winds all the way up to more like 80 feet across. So it's a
Wow.
pretty sizable well. They call it a stone circle, but like you say, it's
Oh,
more like
oh,
a very specifically designed well. Um,
oh.
if you do an Arcana roll for me,
12.
okay. So, you being a blooded Skyan and also, a magic user yourself, um, you know that there are there are things in nature, there are places in the natural world where the magic of the land, known to the elves as the Mavail, pool and gather more readily and easily. Um, you have a feeling that this may be one of those,
Oh boy.
which would make sense in your mind why a court wizard, actual realm wizard, would regularly visit and closely guard them. Again, you don't know a ton about the details of that, but that would make a lot of sense in your mind based on what you know about realm magic.
And the Mavail stuff, right? Or maybe is that's like closer to the Shadow Realm, right? Where it pulls together. Like, isn't that where the lines uh, start to blur or something?
You don't know.
Okay. All right. I got you.
So you're waiting a bit. You know, you get there a little bit early. You get to look at this thing. You get a feel for what this might be and understanding what the draw is. And as you're looking around and just kind of minding your business, um, suddenly the guy's just there,
Oof.
and he looks you up and down briefly. Um, he's um, he's human, but he's got almost features that make him look kind of elven. Um, he's younger, but he's just got kind of this older, kind of a long-lived wisdom to him. Um,
Okay.
he seems older than he is, so it's really weird. It's hard to place it. Um, he's not heavily adorned or anything. He's just got pretty standard basic robes, and he's carrying a staff. But he looks you up and down, and he says, "So you must be the person the Thane has asked me to meet with. Uh, my time is valuable, so out with it, please. I must commence with my work today. I can't be delayed. It's of the utmost importance."
Okay. Well, Asher respects that, and he just keeps it short in terms of his name, and he, appreciates being able to meet with him. His name, and then he just Asher just wants to talk to him about. He'll show him the rune and um, just inquire about what he if he knows anything about this or if he's seen anything like it before.
Okay, so he has a look at the insignia, and as he's looking at it, he glances at you again, and he says, "What did you say your name was again?"
Asher Lane.
I've heard that name before. Lane. Lane. What is your relation?
Um, Cipher Lane's my dad, my father.
Aha!
Oh,
I know of this man.
oh, that's
He was
awesome.
he was annoying. However, he was also kept company with some very powerful friends. Hmm.
Certainly.
And you say he's been imprisoned? What is the nature of his affliction?
I'll relate to him the story of the deck of many things, and you know what has happened, um, and where we kind of have an idea where what's going on, where he's at, all that stuff.
Okay. He hears the story. He nods a few times and says, I might have expected someone of his recklessness to get caught up in such a powerful artifact. However, this symbol, I know something of this. It's rather obscure. Hmm, but I have no skill in divination. Well, I'll tell you what. I do know of someone who is quite skilled in divination. I have no direct relationship with this man. However, he would be the one I would seek out for strong divination magic, and perhaps he can read more into this than I can. But it is familiar to me. This symbol reminds me of ancient lore, speaking of some kind of old fiend from old stories and legends from, well, the origins of men, well before Corellia, well before Mount Deasmar and all the things that have befell us here on this continent. This comes from deep, deep knowledge and myth from across the waters in Aduria. But again, you'll need a powerful diviner to give you more information. Um, he thinks a moment and he casts a spell shortly. Looks like he's summoning something. And in a moment, there's a small chest that appears at his feet. And so he digs into the chest and he removes a small tome. And he says, I will lend this volume to you with the understanding that it will be returned to me. There's a command word on the back of this volume that will allow it to be returned to me. Once you speak it, it's gone and you cannot retrieve it. Do you understand?
Once I retrieve, or once I say the word that's in the back of the book.
The command phrase that's written in the back of the tome. Yes.
Okay. Once I say that, then the book goes away.
It will be returned to me, and I will have no way for you to study it once again.
Okay,
But
I understand.
this tome has a lot of legend, myth, stories of very old origin, things of deep darkness and seemingly very obscure, perhaps not even literal, perhaps not even real. But such are the things of deep legend and myth. I've gathered these oddities and notes over some time, and perhaps it will aid you in your research and um, your quest to find more information. But study this and seek out um, a gentleman by the name of. Oh, let me get it. I had it out there and I closed it. Pardon me, just a sec here.
Cool.
It was here. Where did it go? Shoot. Bear with me. I'll dig it out and I'll send it to you here in a minute.
No worries, man. Well, I'll make sure to let this guy know how much I appreciate what he's how the help that he's given me, and I will uh, definitely take care of his town and return it to him.
Okay. Where is it? Tag on it. I know I had him right here. Shoot. Dang it. This is going to bother me. That's what I get for closing up my stinking windows I have open before I get all my stuff. There it is. Calif Dossier.
Dossier.
Yep. Hang on, I'll type it for you as soon as I get it out here.
Oh yes.
Okay, Calif Dossier. You do a double take for a moment when he drops the name. He's you recognize that name. You know him quite well. He's the Imperial Chamberlain.
Wow. Okay.
A lot of people don't realize that the Chamberlain is a high-level diviner. It's just not one of the things that he makes generally known, except to others of the arcane persuasion. So,
Nice.
all right. So he says, now I must continue my important work. I hope that this has been enlightening for you, but I must ask you to leave me to my own devices now.
Certainly. Thank you.
By the way, this is the name of the wizard you've been speaking with.
Oh, no way.
So,
Alrighty. That's cool. Gotcha.
so just tying it all together for you people.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so that's Asher's deal. So a couple days later, then many of you are being brought back to the palace for the results of your boon requests. And so first up is Notor, your your distant relation, the Elven Lord, is the one who summons you to the palace this time, and he accompanies you to the Oak Seat, which is the throne room for the Thane of Talony, and she looks quite pleased because she has a bundle that she is wishing to bestow upon you. This is again a small private affair. It's not a more public sort of a deal. She is absolutely going to play up the fact that there was a familial connection between people of note within her realm and the realm of Torhavel as she's trying to cement those diplomatic ties. And so a lot of what she's talking about is that that diplomatic tie. But then she hands over to you a really nice cloak. It is. Let me pull it up here.
Cloak.
Right? It's a fine garment. It's made of black silk interwoven with faint silvery threads. And it is something that came from, the Elven court. You don't know how exactly it was made, but it is commonly known as a cloak of arachnida. And so I'm going to add this item to you. Let's see here. So the Cloak of Arachnida, you have resistance to poison damage. You have climbing speed equal to your walking speed while you wear it. You can move up, down, and across vertical surfaces and upside down along ceilings while leaving your hands free.
Upside down.
You can't be caught in webs of any sort, and you can move through webs as if they were difficult terrain. You can use an action to cast the web spell, and the web created by this spell fills twice the normal area. Once it's used, that property of the cloak cannot be used again until the next dawn. So
Does that radioactive spider come with that tail?
it doesn't have any of that cool stuff, but it's basically like a Spidey suit. So
Yeah, I was gonna
congratulations.
say, get me a Spider-Man mask next.
So the
That's
Cloak of
super useful.
Arachnida is it's an incredibly nice item. So there is also a bit of a note with it that is sealed with the seal of Torhavel and the Crown Prince's personal house seal.
Right.
Has not been broken. That is for your eyes only, and so
Nice.
you can review that at your leisure. But she bestows it to you as your boon, as a contributor and hero of the realm, and is happy to hand it to you. So your boon is fulfilled, sir.
Splendid. I appreciate everything.
The ambassador will take you aside just before you guys leave the palace, and he says, "Be certain to read that note. Your uncle and myself are quite proud to know that you wear this. It is a family item, and to know that one of our own blood walks about with it is a matter of great pride to us. So wear it well and use it well."
I certainly will.
Okay. Next one to be called in is Kelso. So Kelso, your boon was also for some kind of a item that could be useful and helpful to you. The Thane has imposed upon the Druidic Circle to fulfill your boon. And she also has a small bundle that she bequeaths to you and asks leave to clasp it upon you. It's a mantle or a cloak of some kind.
Oh, cool.
So this cloak, it looks at first just like a collection of leaves and whatnot, but once she pins it on you and tells you about it, you realize that it is actually a very finely made magical cloak. It is called a nature's mantle. So the cloak shifts color and texture to blend with the terrain surrounding you. While you wear the cloak, you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your druid or ranger spells. While you are in the area that is lightly obscured, you can hide as a bonus action, even if you're being directly observed. So it basically allows you to disappear in plain sight in a lot of ways.
That's pretty cool.
It's a very nice item, and it's one of these things that are rather uncommon, usually bestowed upon high-ranking members of druidic circles. But through her um, head of state capability and the fact that she's building uh, a strong connection politically and whatnot with the druidic circle and the master druid, she was able to procure one for you as your boon. And so she says, wear it well and continue to be a champion of all things in the natural world. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And then lastly, we have Master Nielo himself. Okay. And so she calls upon Master Nielo to come before the oak seat. And she says, you wished for, or you requested a ring of some kind, something that gives you some protection. Well, it just so happens that we had within our capability to procure this item, which I think you will be quite pleased with. And so she hands you a ring, and it's rather unassuming looking. It's not heavily adorned. It doesn't have a lot of jewels in it. What it does have is kind of a rose gold color to it, which is odd because most magical rings don't have a lot of color to it. And she says, this ring will most certainly protect you and help you in your days of some of this dangerous adventuring you may be entangled with. It is a ring of regeneration. So while wearing this ring, you regain 1d6 hit points every 10 minutes, provided that you have at least one hit point. If you lose a body part, the ring causes that missing part to regrow and return to full functionality after d6 plus 1 days, if you have at least one hit point the entire time. So
you're Piccolo.
Piccolo. So it's a ring of regeneration. Very nice one. So hopefully help to keep you whole and healthy in your days of traipsing about and dealing with bad guys. And so we will consider your boon fulfilled, Master Nielo.
You have yourself a wonderful day.
Okay. All right. So with that, my friends, that concludes the couple of weeks here. The ship is on schedule and about to set sail. And so if there's any last moment things that you would like to do, items you would like to procure, what have you, now would be the time because Captain Greta expects to set sail in a fortnight. Not a fortnight, in a couple of days.
I'm just gonna stock up on basic stuff, rations, get some
Okay.
rope and all that adventuring kit stuff
Good. Yep.
off the list.
Yep. Yes, and just make sure you mark off money on your character sheet accordingly. It's standard cost for all those sorts of things. If there's anything more obscure, just check with me on it. But otherwise, we're preparing to get underway. Anyone else? Any last minute items or preparation? Mark up what you're buying. Get your ass to class. Okay, we are changing scene to the old familiar Fortune's Glory.
Yeah, I'm just kind of randomly curious. Like when I shapeshift, would that mantle be on me too?
It would. It is one of those things that will remain on your form, or at least um, yeah, the effects of it will. You're not going to be running around as a cat with a cloak on, but the effects of it will morph into your form. So
Awesome. I was just curious about that. I was like, would I look like I would have that cloak on me when I transform and have
look at this man, it's a bear with a cloak on. What's that guy doing? That's messed up. I mean, what bear? I don't see a bear. Okay, so we are aboard ship, my friends, and
I'm sorry, I was muted. Could I throw
oh,
one thing out to you?
please do.
I wanted to pick up 2 weeks of iron rations, 50 foot of rope, and 6 iron spikes, or pitons,
Okay.
however you want to call them.
Yep.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a problem. Again, standard cost on all those items.
Okay. I'm also going to grab a hammer.
Okay. Somebody's expecting to go scaling stuff, evidently.
Yeah, there's lots of doors in different places, and sometimes they open in the wrong way, and you can close them by putting spikes in front. Ping, ping.
Spiking doors, yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
you could probably do that.
Yep.
Okay. So the last couple of days, as final repairs are being made on the ship, the crew is busy, 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 working, on getting the ship prepped and ready to sail, and verifying that certain things are working like they should. I would like some perception rolls from everyone, please.
Oh. Working 9 to 5. Sorry.
Nice.
Perception. You're welcome. I can't help myself. Yeah! I must have boosted my character's morale, because look at that, baby. I'll take it all day
Looking
long.
good.
Hope
Okay.
everyone's having a good time.
We get one from Tass. I know you're busy over there. You had a chance to listen in. All right, I'm going to roll it for him here. Okay. So the first one I rolled was for Greta. That second one I rolled was for Taz. Everybody else is in there. Okay. So Malrain, in your capacity as a person of uh, intrigue and or your negotiations and things of that nature, you do have a pretty keen eye for people that are eyeing you, boy. So you do notice on more than one occasion, as you guys are milling around the boat in the docks area, there are people watching you. Various different people, some dock hands here, some merchants there, a minor official, maybe even the occasional just passerby townsfolk, and they're just kind of watching. So you've seen multiple different people kind of eyeballing you, the ship, the crew at various intervals over the last few days. Very rarely is it the same person, but you do see several people who are taking notice of your activity.
Well, well, this, as they are paying attention to us and what have you, it might be in the best interests of the group for Malrain to do his thing, maybe?
His thing being what exactly?
You're the master at saying the right thing at the right time. You make charisma, persuasion, or deception check. You can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10. So I'm gonna roll and just see if I can. I'll look at the people and be like, "Nothing to see here, people." And see if I can get them to look the other way.
Okay. Well, like I say, it's not all people at the same time. It's usually just you notice
Here
a
and there.
person here, a
Oh,
person
well,
there.
that's nothing. Okay.
It's usually not the same person, or at least that you've been able to determine.
Right. Yeah, I'll chill out.
Okay. All right. So Malrain's chilling. Okay. So things continue. It seems no problems. Last few days, you guys are stocking. You're doing a lot of work. Making sure that you help move things around. You're doing all kinds of manifest work certainly, and preparing to shove off. And so the day arises that you are ready to actually set sail. So you are visited by uh, the chancellor of the Thane's chancellor, who comes to the dock um, to see you off and give you a fond farewell on behalf of the Thane and the realm of Talonay, and all of the folks that um, you have helped in your days spent here, um, and also to send certainly the blessings of Halen to your journey. Um, but it's just kind of the official send off. Obviously, they're not going to send the big cheeses down here to the docks to say see you later. So that's all it was. Just a simple farewell. And so as he's coming around to each of you to give you a handshake and a salute and whatnot. Um, let's see here. He trying to be slick about it. He does a fair job of it. He's a little sloppy with it, but um, Asher, as he's giving you a handshake and a salute, he fumbles but managed to hand off a small note to you, and then he continues along, saying goodbye to the crew and Captain Greta and everyone, and of course laying the blessings of Halen upon the planks of the ship, and then makes a big scene of saying farewell, and he walks back down the gangplank and onto the dock. But Asher now has this note.
Okay. Well, when he first hands it to me, when I see it, I try to be discreet, knowing that I have an idea. I have an idea that's what he's trying to do.
Sure.
So I'm not like openly trying to look at it right now, but
Sure. All right.
as soon as I have the opportunity, I want to get everybody together, and then
Okay.
we'll have a look at this thing.
Roll a quick deception for me.
Ooh, natural 19.
Okay.
See, what was it? Deception. Oh yeah, I got a 0 in it. Yeah, so 19.
Gotcha. Okay. So initially, I'm just going to put this in yours. Okay, so you'll have this note now in the journal area. It says Chancellor's note, so you can read that and do with it as you like.
Okay. My intentions are right now to, as soon as I get some alone time with our group, I'll show them the letter and let them each know.
Okay. All right. Well, it shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, if you just, want to pass it around to everybody kind of
Yeah,
discreetly or whatever, that's no
yeah,
problem.
and definitely now my guard's up for sure. I'm
Okay.
definitely paying more attention to what's going on.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take this note and make it visible by everybody. Okay, so now everybody can look at the Chancellor's note, and as you get an opportunity to read it, then you can also react as you like. Okay,
I
so
want to try to. Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just saying I want to try to get to Greta too at some point to see if there's anybody on this ship that she doesn't recognize or one of her crew or something.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, that's fine. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. She's mostly, you know, shouting orders to everyone and managing the traffic on board and whatnot and making sure that everybody's doing things according to her exacting standards as captain of the ship. So
Right.
not too difficult to pass the note to her and let her take a look at it. She's generally pretty sharp and knows how to take such things in stride and be discreet about it. Just in case.
All right. Good. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, she's taken aback by it a little bit, but she doesn't react poorly or anything and goes back to the business of things. But you can tell she's a little bit more on edge.
Okay.
All right. Well, as things progress throughout the rest of the day, we had a late morning departure planned, and the departure goes off without a hitch. Everyone is on board. We have a full contingent of, well, I say full contingent, nearly full contingent of crew, and plenty of provision. And so the captain places the order to set sail. And so you begin to slowly creep out of the harbor district into the river itself, and the river soon empties you into the delta out at the sea. And the winds aren't terribly favorable right now. They're coming in from the southwest. While that means they're a little warmer, it also means that you're sailing into the wind a bit. So she's having to do a lot of tacking. In fact, in order to catch the winds most favorably to truly head south, she's going to pull straight out into the depths of the ocean a little bit more, heading due west in an attempt to hopefully catch a shift in the wind that'll help move south down the coast a little better. So it's slow going. You're not making great progress as you leave port, but it's happening. Everybody give me some perception rolls as you go, please.
Aye.
Aye, Captain. And then Greta's gonna do another one of her. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that one should be this. I don't know why that was there. Okay. All right, seeing some perceptions come out. That's looking good. Here's one from Greta. And here's a floating the boat roll for her as well. So she's doing a fine job of tacking the boat into the wind and gradually gaining some distance away from shore. Let's see. Tass, I think, is preoccupied right now, so I'll go ahead and get his roll up.
I rolled a 15. Like,
Oh, you did. I missed you. Oh, yeah, there you are. Cool. Twice again. I don't know how that happened, but hey, you're in
What are we
there.
rolling?
Perception.
Perception again.
Yep. Okay. All right. So Greta notices one of her crewmates is acting oddly and kind of dragging his feet a little bit. And so she shouts at him, "You there! Pick up your feet, mister. Let's get after it. We've got leagues to make before we can make a turn." And the guy turns kind of awkwardly and looks back at her with this nasty glare. But then suddenly he starts to kind of writhe funny, and out of nowhere his shape begins to change, and he transforms into this beautiful lady here. Pretty nasty looking. You don't think you've ever seen something like this before? It's it's obviously a water creature of some kind with a lot of webbed feet, claws, just nasty looking altogether. It kind of cackles maniacally and then says in common, kind of broken, uh, your meddling will be uh, will be repaid in kind. Do not think that uh, my masters are without uh, resources with which to strike. And as such, she begins casting. And so we need initiatives, people.
Whoa.
It is time for initiative rolls.
I didn't know it was going to be that kind of party.
Oh, it's going to be that kind of party. It's time.
There's a
Okay.
23.
Okay, let me see if I can do this again.
Yeah, try to, so click on your actual token and then hit your initiative on your character sheet and it'll automatically add you to the turn order. If it didn't work for you, I'll add it for you. It's okay.
Sorry, yeah,
Oh,
I got a
okay.
23.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I rolled a 18 on my own.
I
Okay,
forgot I had to click the darn thing.
that's fine.
I don't want to
So,
reroll. I don't want to reroll that.
no, you're fine. That's fine. I can fix it. It's not a big deal.
Thank you.
Okay, and then Asher, add turn. And you had 18. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's see, who else did we miss? Kelso's on there, good. Noto's on there, good. Task got a 22 in there, that's good. Actually, you rolled twice on initiative again, Task. That was
Sorry.
really weird.
I didn't click on my character the first time.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
If you want to change it to a 10, go ahead. I don't mind.
I think that's probably fair, so,
Actually, I
okay.
prefer going on a 10. So
Okay. Let's see, we'll get Greta. So she's now going to do that. And there she is. All right, and okay. Okay, so we got those already. Did I miss anybody on the initiative? I think we're good here. Okay, so again, you didn't see it coming, so she actually does a little casting and she pulls in a little friend of hers as her initial action here. Okay. So this guy, it is, well, what it looks like to you is it's living water with plate mail. Um, he does not look friendly. And so she summons it and it shows up, although as it shows up, it doesn't get a chance to act immediately. So it is Malrain is up.
All right, Malrain will take a step backwards as he is no combatant like the others. And as he steps backward, he'll be like, Asha! And touch Asher on the shoulder. I will be using Enhance Ability, Bear's Endurance. On Constitution checks, the target has a plus. It'll also gain 2d6 temporary hit points, but whenever the spell ends, they're going to be lost. I think it means a +1. I'll double check the Bear's Endurance.
Okay. So you've basically bolstered him.
Oh wait, there's a couple others I could choose, but yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm gonna bolster him.
Okay.
He gets advantage on Constitution checks and also gains 2d6 temporary hit points. Let me
All right. Go
roll
ahead and roll
those.
that.
For
Voice.
Asher, yeah. Definitely want you there instead of me, but I'll help on the side as much as possible. It's not terrible.
That's something.
Little
Okay, so
extra.
Asher currently has 35 of 35, and you're going to get an extra 5. Okay,
Odie.
so we'll add that there. Actually, this should be, and then we'll do this as your AC, which is
16.
16.
Benadryl. I don't
Okay.
know. Probably in my car's console. Go check
All
that.
right. So anything else from Malrain?
But I guess I would get a bonus action, but nobody needs healing, so no, we're gonna stand.
Okay.
Uh, we're gonna stand strong here. Whoops.
All right. Very
Sorry.
good.
Sorry. My bad.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't hear anything. All right. Next up is the sea hag herself. Again, she cackles maniacally and looks about for a potential somebody to get nasty at here. Let's see here. Okay, so she throws a another spell, and let's see. She sees this guy who looks rather martial and tough, and she levies a ray at you. So it's a ranged spell attack. So that would be a 20 plus 1, so she's gonna roll. Oh, and she misses big time. Hits the deck, and there's no effect. So nothing happens there. She's kind of brandishing her claws and being, particularly nasty and she's just not nice to look at anyway. So she is doing a pretty good job of being spooky, and so any humanoid must make DC 11. So these guys, these crew people who happen to be close to her, may potentially be affected here. Let's see. He is not, but he is. So this guy is visibly frightened by this nasty visage, and as such is affected. So I will put that down as this. Okay. Let's see, 10, 20, 20. So nobody else seems to be affected at the moment, although she does decide to move up. Not by a lot. She's going to get kind of behind the main mist and try to gain a little bit of cover. But this guy does also see her as she moves up, and so does that guy. So neither one of them seem to be affected at this time. So, okay, that's Sea Hag's turn. Asher's up.
Okay. Let me make sure this protection from evil is abjuration spell real quick. Yep, abjuration. Um, I'm gonna first. I'm gonna cast protection of evil on myself.
Okay.
And when I do that, I can take a strand of the magic, and it's called Arcane Ward. It's for an Abjurer,
Okay.
and basically you get bonus hit points. It's like a ward, and it lasts until your next rest. So
Cool.
has hit point maximum equal to twice your wizard level plus your intelligence. So so 4. So I get 4 bonus hit points here real quick.
Okay.
And then with the rest of my move, I'm gonna not charge, but I'm gonna head towards the big ugly in the plate mail there.
Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could actually get right up in his face if you like.
Okay, that's what I'll do.
Okay. Are you able to move yourself?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let's see. Hold on a second.
All right.
Hey, buddy.
There you go. All right. Next up is Greta. She she shouts at this mate to take the tiller and keep her steady. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She gets to about here, and then she's gonna go ahead and try to chuck a dagger at this guy. Her cool little dagger of returning that's a favorite of hers. Since Tass made it for her. All right. So she's going to. Where you at, Greta? There you are. And she connects and does 4 damage. So. Okay, and that is all that Greta does. So next up is Tass.
I'm gonna summon my cannon, and as a bonus action, I'm gonna tell my cannon to fire at the hag.
Okay. So she's got a little bit of cover there. So that's going to be disadvantage on that shot from that position.
Okay. The 6. So 11.
Okay,
Probably
11
miss.
total. And that does miss. Okay, what else?
And we're gonna move.
Okay.
Up to the top.
Gotcha. Okay. Next up then is Kelso.
Let's gonna take a look here. I'm trying to remember, did you say the squares were 10 feet in this game, right?
They're 5.
Or 5 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the last time we were doing one, it was 10 because it was a larger outdoor space, but this is a standard 5 foot.
I wanted to make sure.
Cool.
All right, cool. All right. I'm just gonna stick back here, and I am gonna cast this. This is an enemy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm gonna cast Frostbite.
Okay.
And give a pro wisdom. Does 18 hit?
18 does hit.
Awesome. So it be 1d6 damage.
Okay.
4 damage.
All right.
And
And what was it you were hitting him with?
frostbite.
Frostbite. Okay, got it. Okay, yep, you do some damage to him. He he's slowed a bit as he's hit by that cold attack. You can tell that it was not particularly appreciated. So
They're supposed to have like a disadvantage on a weapon next attack turn.
okay, let's see. Numbing frost, Constitution saving throw. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. They have to do a Constitution saving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that wasn't actually a roll to hit. It was a con save. Okay.
Oh,
So
okay. Sorry,
that's
misread.
fine.
Not used to frostbite.
Totally okay. Let's see. And that was a. See what would have been the well, I think a 19 probably would have saved. So he didn't actually take the damage that time.
Okay.
Let's see here. But according to the spell, then yeah, if he fails, he takes the cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll before the end of its next turn. So
Okay.
all right, cool. What else?
I'm done.
All right, Notor, you're up.
Okay, I am going to uh, shoot.
Whoops. Don't worry about that. That was a mistake. So
The first thing I'll do is the hunter's mark
okay,
on that one there,
gotcha. All right.
and then
So
shoot an arrow at that one.
okay, we'll make that the hunter's mark. All right, fire away. Okay, 15 glances off of its plate armor that it's wearing around its otherwise watery body.
Nice. Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's all I will do.
anything for now? Okay. All right, so it's up. He is wielding a large trident. And so he uses it one-handed, and obviously he has somebody in his face, so he's going to take a shot there. Let's see. Okay. 18 will hit on the first attack. For 10 damage. It's max. Okay, and then it also does what's called a freezing strike.
Oh, Mike, I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you, man.
Uh-huh.
Is it an elemental?
It is.
Okay, so with this protection from evil, um, let's see, protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead.
Okay.
Um, creatures of those type have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target can't also be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
Okay. All right. Well, hang on
My
before
bad.
we do that. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's roll that die 20 again. Okay. Well, he still hits. So
Okay.
it's still 10 damage, and then
Yep.
he does 8 more of cold damage with it. So total of 18. And since he's right in front of you, he does it again. Okay, and he misses with the second attack. So That is all that he will do on this turn. And next up then is Malrain.
Hey, Mr. Malrain is going to. Well, I've got to keep concentration to keep the one spell up, so we're not going to do much to break that. However, is there anyone injured already? Who's injured with
Just
what?
just me, I think.
Yep, just
Or-
Asher thus far. He's his temp hit points got chopped, and then he did take some shots from big dude wielding a trident.
Okay.
I killed a guy with a trident. Yeah, I saw that, Brick.
Saw that.
You
Oh,
should
hey,
probably
that-
lay low for a while.
Okay, and I will get up to him,
hmm
and I will lay hands to heal him up. How many
Okay.
points do I need to heal him to full?
I don't know.
How many do you need?
Let's see, 26 minus 2.
I mean, I know, but I don't know.
18. I think like 18 or so. I'll make it 18 right now. So
18, so I should
18 me.
probably cast Cure Wound. Well, no, I've got lay hands of 20 right now. Yeah, what the heck? I'll just heal him up completely. Down to 2 on my lay hands. Oh!
All right.
Oof,
So,
I gotta keep you in fighting shape.
I guess. Thank you. Appreciate it.
all right. So you heal him up. Good. What else?
Then I'm gonna use my uh, bonus action. Ah, that's not what I meant to do. I believe it's a bonus action. Bonus action, yes. Use a bonus action on your turn. One creature. This one is actually going to go to Notor.
Okay.
So Bardic Inspiration being tossed over to Notor so that he can get some buff action going on.
Right.
And then I
Nice.
shall end my turn. That is still, unfortunately, a D6 until next level, darn it.
That's fine. D6 better than nothing.
It is. And you
All
can
right.
add that to attack rolls, skill rolls, or proficiency checks. But you can only roll one. Yeah, sorry.
Yep. Gotcha. Okay. Let's see here. So the next thing she has. Okay. So again, she steps out from behind the cover a bit, and she sees that you're throwing spells, and so she reaches a clawed hand out toward you
No!
and attempts to cast a spell on you.
Cast a spell on you. Says you're
Okay.
mine. Sorry.
All
I'll be good.
right. So,
No, he won't.
right. Where is it? Okay.
I enjoy the heck out of your game.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Malrain.
Hey, all right.
All right, you did fine.
Right.
So, you feel magical energy go across you, and it makes you shudder for a moment. But for a moment, you felt some stiffness in your joints and whatnot, but it quickly dissipates, and you seem to be unaffected. However, you are now in range and can see very clearly her visage, and it's not nice. So, um, Asher, you're protected right now. You don't need it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Notor, everybody Notor forward has to make a wisdom save, please.
Oh, I have to make another one?
Yep.
Dang you and your wisdom saves. Hey, all right.
All right. You seem to be fine. Notor needs to make one also. Okay. Notor did not make it. Notor, you gain the frightened condition. She's not nice to look at.
Nice. Yikes.
Okay, and
I'm
then this
scared.
guy, he made it. This guy did not make it. He is frightened. And this guy still looking at him over here. He made it, so he's fine. So we have some frightened crew members. Okay, this one who was already frightened previously makes another save, fails, and he drops to the deck.
So that's his second failed save.
Yes. So, yeah. Not looking good. That guy dropped to the deck. He looks like he's dead. And that is the end of the Sea Hag's turn. So Asher's up.
Okay. Um, think on this for a second here. All right. I am going to. I don't know how there's a tax of opportunity or how this will work, but Malrain's right beside me or behind me.
He is.
I'm gonna touch him, and I'm gonna cast protection from evil on him.
Okay.
I can't. I don't think I can get to Notor. Because if you're already frightened, you get an advantage with your next saving throw.
Okay.
I don't think I'd be able to get to him.
Probably not. So the way that opportunity attacks work is if you leave a threatened square. So
Okay,
turning around and throwing the spell on Malrain doesn't provoke. So you're okay there.
okay, and then I'm going to use my bonus action, my fighter bonus action,
Okay.
and just do a round of attacks on Big Ugly over here.
Okay. So what's that? It's your action surge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Swing away.
Uh, First one's a 10. I know that's not going to hit.
Yep. Nope. It'll glance off his armor.
Nope, 2 misses.
Okay. So no contact this time. One of them went harmlessly through his liquid body, but didn't seem to make contact. So okay. So moving on, it's Greta's turn. Miss Greta, not liking what's going on over here. She is going to step over here, and she's kind of getting tired of this hag chick, so she's gonna chuck a dagger at her. And unfortunately is going to miss. Okay. So that is Greta's turn. Tass is up.
I'm gonna firebolt him or hurt the hag.
Okay.
I'm guessing a 10 doesn't miss or hit.
No contact. Nope.
And then the cannon's gonna shoot her also.
Okay.
19, 24.
24 is a hit.
13 damage, and she gets pushed back 5 feet.
All right. She didn't like that.
And that's all I do.
Okay. Kelso's up.
I gotta do frostbite again.
Okay. Still
Yeah.
working on this guy?
Yep.
Okay.
That beat it. That do Constitution saving of at least of a 13.
You only got a 5, so you're good. Roll your damage.
6 damage.
All right. It's 6 damage, and from what you can tell, it looks like it seems to hurt a little bit more. So it was a solid shot.
And that's it.
All right. No tours up. Can't hear you if you're talking, Gab.
I think I'm going to move
Okay.
over here somewhere.
Gotcha.
Over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna try and shoot this
Yep.
this one again.
Alrighty. The big nasty.
Mm.
18 is a hit.
Okay, so then we got 8 plus the D6 from the
Okay.
mark.
So as the arrow enters his liquidy body outside of his armor, it passes through him and falls to the deck behind. It did seem to damage him and hurt him, but didn't seem as like solid a connection as you'd hoped.
It
So
didn't seem to connect, but it seemed like it did something more than last time.
yes, yes, yep. It didn't glance harmlessly off anything. This time it actually went through him, but it didn't really stick to much. It was he didn't like it. You can tell that much for sure.
Okay, and
Okay.
that is all I will do.
Okay. Let's see. He's up again. Again, he sees a contact right in front of him. He's got no issue with just taking a shot at the current attacker. First swing is a miss. Second swing is a miss. Third swing, he does get a hit. He did go ahead and take a little bit of a surge to do a third attack this time.
Now, is he disadvantaged?
What's that?
Is he disadvantaged?
Oh yeah, he would be. I'm sorry. Good call.
Cool.
Okay, second one's still a hit anyway. So he did get the one off.
Cool. All right.
Let's see.
Oh shit. Oh.
So he did 6 from the contact with the trident, and then again he's got that freezing strike, so he adds some frost damage. 9, so a total of 15. Okay, and that's it for him. So next is Malrain again.
Malrain will decide that at this point in time it'd be wise to throw a fireball at the assailant, or a fire bolt, rather, at the assailant in front of Asher, unless Asher is again wounded, in which case I would be glad to heal him.
Uh, let's see. Yeah, I'm down about half.
Again? I just healed
Not
you.
really. Remember you had some temp hit points, right?
Right, he had the 5.
Yeah, but I thought those went away when I got blasted the first time.
As long as I hold my
I,
concentration spell, they should stick.
oh, okay. Nope,
As a
I'm
temporary
okay.
Yeah,
reservoir.
they stayed with you. So yeah, I mean
Okay, cool.
they're gone again, but you've taken some hit, just not
Yep,
as heavy.
yep, I'm good. Thank you. I'm all right.
All right. Then what I'm gonna do, uh, Mr. DM, is
Hmm.
I'm going to give as a bonus action Bardic Inspiration to Kelso this time, And
Okay.
then I am going to throw a firebolt at this guy in the front here. Let me cast that real quick, like y'all.
Okay.
How about a firebolt? But that's vicious
That
mockery.
was very much vicious mockery.
I forgot I've got it in here twice. Hold on. I've got +5 to my spell ability.
I mock you, you
There,
big watery nasty.
there. Now I missed. So,
All right.
okay.
All right. Well, nice try. All right. Anything else?
Poo happens. Nope.
Yeah. All right. So she's up again. Yeah, she didn't like getting blasted. That wasn't fun for her. So let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. No, don't think it's going to do that. Okay, so let's see here. She is going to jump up on the rail, and she reaches out and casts a spell. And an arc of lightning comes from her nasty webbed clawed fingers that goes in a line roughly right down through here, all the way to the back of the boat. So one crew member, Greta, actually two crew members, Greta and Tass, will have to make dexterity saves to try to avoid this bolt of lightning coming at them. Task miss on the deck save. Okay, two crew members. One made and one missed. So he made it. This guy missed it. Okay, so all right, it's 24 damage of electrical to anybody that failed, or 12 if you made it. So this guy made it and takes 12 damage and goes down. This guy missed it, takes 24 damage and goes down.
Hey, I'm like raised, aren't I?
That's why she jumped up on the rail. She wanted to make sure she could get people toward the back of the boat.
So how are the other guys getting hit then?
Head level.
Okay.
Am I supposed to be rolling too?
Nope. It was
Okay.
just certain people in a line here. So
Oh, like a line. Okay.
yep. Yep.
I wasn't
So
sure if I had advantage or not. That's what I was asking about.
gotcha. Nope, not in this case. So Greta, let's see, where are you at, Greta? There you are. So she saved. Wait a minute, I gotta fix this. And she's gotta. Okay, so she lost 12. A little singed there, are we? All right, Tess, got your damage there?
Yep.
24. Okay, and so that is her turn. Asher's up.
All right, I'm just gonna swing at Big Ugly here.
Okay.
First attack is 15.
Just slices through the water with no contact.
Oop. Second attack is a nat 20.
Oh, okay. That's full full what am I trying to say? Yeah, that's a critical hit. So your first die is full, and then you roll your second one and add your modifiers after that.
6, 10. 13.
Okay. So again, you get a good slice on it. You can tell that you're doing damage to it. It's not as effective as you thought it would be, but it still did some damage. So
All right.
okay. Anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay. So Greta's up. She was not at all pleased about that. She's had just about enough of this chick. So let me look at something here. Okay, she is going to go ahead and step up. And something you haven't seen her do before, but you notice that she's always wearing one. She uncoils a whip off of her belt, and she reaches out and tries to lance the hag with it. And in this particular case, she makes contact. Okay, and that's Greta's turn. So Tass is up.
All right, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay,
22,
22 is a hit.
6 fire,
Got it.
and the cannon will miss.
Okay. All right, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay, Kelso's up. And I got your message there,
Alrighty.
Tristram.
I'm gonna try to do another frostbite on that.
All right, gotcha. And he rolls a con.
Get cold.
No good. So roll your damage.
2 damage.
Did you say 2?
Yep.
Okay. So yep, it's effective. He did some damage. What else?
That's it. I just got him cold. So
Yep. Keep him chilled.
Mm-hmm.
Keep him on ice. All right, Notor, you're up. Can't hear you, Gav.
Yeah, the kids were yelling, so
Oh.
I'm just gonna shoot another arrow.
Okay.
Even he knows it wasn't super effective, but that's his options, so he's just
Okay.
going for it.
Gotcha.
16.
16 unfortunately glances off the armor.
Okay, easy enough. That's all I'm going to do.
All right. He's up. It's time for a little bit of trident action. First attack glances off Asher's armor. Second attack, maybe. He does actually connect. He does 9 from the trident itself. And another 8 worth of frost damage along with it for a total of 17. All right, and that's his turn. Malrain is up.
Nice.
So you can see Asher is a little beat up. He's
Right.
not
That's the first.
gushing blood because, you know, he's got a rime of frost hanging on him, but he is
Freezing to death.
he's been pierced a few times.
All right, so we'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay,
We'll cast it at second level.
gotcha.
Uh,
Okay,
total of 17. Does that
okay,
look right?
Nice.
yep.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right, what else from Malrain?
Why is it only 3? Spell casting. Oh, ability modifier. Malrain will also. Somebody else over here is hurt too, right?
Let's see. Greta took a shot. I think Taz took a shot.
Okay. Did Notor take any?
He does not appear to be
All right. Good.
hurt right now.
Good. All right. So I got one other thing I can do. As a bonus action, I can cast Healing Word. And I
Okay,
will as well cast that at a higher level. Um, as a level 2, so I'm down to 0 level 2 slots now.
okay,
And that should do, when you cast a spell, healing increased by 1d4 for each slot level above 1. So it's 2d4 plus spellcasting ability modifier, level 2 spell. 9?
okay. Who's that going to?
That was going to Taz, right? Or whoever was banged up, who I was just talking to.
Taz. Okay,
Taz.
so 9 points to Taz back there. Okay,
All right. I'm doing a
what
pretty good
else?
job healing. Nothing.
Okay, very good.
Pass. Yeah.
All right. The hag is not liking what she's seeing here from her place, so she is going to cast here, and she just begins casting, but it looks like it's going to take a minute, so that's all she does. Asher's up.
Hmm.
All I've done this battle is buff.
Yeah.
I'm not
I'm
complaining.
just
I'm
gonna
just saying.
now just kind of a curiosity question. Um if I was to hit the witch with like a magic missile, like is there just does there like there's no concentration in fifth edition, right? Like once she starts the spell, it's if she gets hit while concentrate or in the middle of casting the spell, does it disrupt it?
I have to remember. I don't remember.
I guess I can help with that.
Do, 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 do. I don't think that's how it works anymore. see.
Oh.
Let me make sure I did this right. It may not take the whole turn like I'm thinking.
Okay, here's something. It says whenever you take damage while you are concentrating on a spell, you must make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration. I don't know if that
Yeah.
helps out or not.
It's casting time is one action, but that's what I missed. So she actually would have completed what she was doing before her turn finished. So
Okay.
so what I'll do is I'll bring in the thing she was doing here. She was casting another elemental, and then that would have been the end of her turn. So now it's your turn. So
Man. Okay. Yeah, I'll just no, I'll keep hacking at him.
okay.
14 will miss. Ooh, 15, 5, 20, but not a nat 20.
Okay. Yep, that makes contact. Go ahead and
All right. 4.
okay. All right, it makes contact. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my I'll that action surge where I get like a die 10 plus my fighter level and hit points.
Oh, that's
It's
a
a
second
bonus.
wind. That's second wind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use that on myself.
All right, go ahead
Give
and roll
myself
it.
some 6 points.
Okay, that brings you back to full without the temps, but yeah.
Cool.
All right,
All right, I'm
anything
done.
else? All right, cool.
Nope.
Gotcha. Greta's up. So Greta is again not happy with this chick. She's gonna reach out and give her a little. She's gonna hit her with the dagger again, and makes contact for some damage. And she also gets to do this for even more. So that is Greta's turn. Tass is up.
Hey, Mike, quick question. Did she
Yep.
just summon 2 creatures?
Yep.
Or is the summon spell a concentration spell? I don't remember. I was looking it up.
It is. In this particular case, she had kind of a special deal here. So the big
Okay.
dude is not like a normal summon.
Okay. I'm gonna do something different. I'm gonna cannon her
Okay.
first. which will miss.
Okay.
Then I'm going to Chaos Boulder.
Okay.
So does a 22 hitter.
It does.
Okay. Um, I'm going to hit her for 8 fire damage.
Okay.
And then Chaos Bolt's kind of weird. Give me a second.
Okay.
Catch you guys later. Night.
Hey, see you, Tristan. We'll finish
Hey,
out
man.
the fight with you, man.
Okay. That's all. It doesn't bounce.
Okay. Gotcha. So that's Taz's turn. Kelso would be up next. He has been throwing spellages and stuff. What else he got in there? I don't have anything else listed on his sheet, so I don't know what the hell else he does. I don't even know what kind of weapon he's using. Well, that's not helpful. I guess he'll just use the frost thing again. He's been doing it all night and it seems to be working, so. This time, however, it shrugs it off, so no effect. No tours up.
I noticed that Malrain was trying to do some healing before.
Yes.
Did anybody still need that?
It looks like Greta's still hurt a little bit.
Oh.
Tass might be down a little bit too still.
Sorry. Kids.
We know how that is.
Oh. Okay, I think I'll. Where is Greta? Oh, she's clear over there.
Yep, she's
Yeah,
over here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna reach anybody to do that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try doing another arrow.
Okay.
For now.
All right, fire away.
I'm getting that call, brother.
I got you. We'll take it to the end of this order here, and then we'll cut it off and come back to finish up. Okay. All right, that is a hit. No tour, so roll the damage.
Okay, here we go. Damage plus the d6. And then I forgot that I'm actually supposed to be doing, I didn't do it on that first one,
Uh-huh.
was the d8 for Colossus Slayer.
Ah, yep. Go ahead.
The deal with that one is you only can do it
On something that's hurt.
I think that's what it is. Yeah,
Yep.
it can't have full health.
Right. It definitely does not.
So there
You've
we
been
go.
whittling it away. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, that was a pretty solid shot there. You got a good chunk out of it on that one. So.
Nice. And that is it for my turn.
All right, last one before we go ahead and break for next session here is the elemental itself. Okay, it's still working on the fighter in front of him and misses with his disadvantage. Second shot
Oh, finally.
misses with his disadvantage, and he does not connect. So,
Oh, thank God.
so
Hit every round.
yeah. Well, he's no joke. So
Yeah, that's it.
all right, so we will pause here and pick this back up for our next session. I'd like to thank everybody for watching and or picking us up after a portion that we didn't live stream. But thanks for hanging with us. The team is back on the water and trying to make their way with difficulty as usual to their ultimate destination of the Imperial City of Anweer. So until next time, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks to Roll20. Thanks to Twitch and Facebook and all the other streaming platforms we work with. Thanks a bunch to D&D Beyond, Wizards, and certainly thanks to the Ohio Gaming Alliance. So we'll see you all next time.
Woohoo!